Snow. When those little white crystals start dropping, you could expect some beauty and fun in this winter wonderland. There are plenty of fun snow activities to do, like go sledding, snowball fights, snow angel, drink hot chocolate, and especially build beautiful snowmen. Speaking of snowman, why don't we talk about everybody's favorite snowman? That's right, for this Christmas special, we're going to talk about the complete history of Frosty the Snowman. Happy birthday! Even though my birthday was last month, but still. Frosty originally began as a song in 1950 by Walter Jack Collins and Steve Nelson. It was recorded by Gene Autry and the Cass Country Boys after the massive hit of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The song would end up becoming another hit for Gene, as the song would end up at number 4 at the Hot Country Singles Chart. However, our story begins at a little studio you may know as Rankin Bass Productions. Founded in 1960 by Arthur Rankin Jr. and Julius Bass, the studio will create stop motion or animagic specials for the holidays like the 1964 Rudolph special. And so, in December of 1969, Frosty the Snowman first aired on CBS. The special follows a group of kids that build a snowman that he called Frosty. Suddenly, when magician Hinkle's hat ends up on the snowman, he comes to life. But when temperature starts to rise up, Frosty starts to melt. So Frosty and a young girl called Karen and Hinkle's rabbit Hocus Pocus must travel to the North Pole while evading Hinkle. The special features the same whimsical tone as in Rudolph. However, it features a completely different animation style being done in hand-drawn instead of stop motion by Japanese studio Mushi Production. This was because Rankin Bass wanted the special to look something out of a Christmas green card. It features the voices of Jackie Vernon as Frosty and Jimmy Durant as the narrator in his final film role. The special was well received upon release and did enough in ratings. Over time, the special has earned a huge cult following, where even to this day still airs around Christmas. In later airs, Karen's voice actress was replaced by a young Susan Devane, whereas as in the original was the legendary June Foray. 7 years later, in 1976, Frosty returned in Frosty's Wonderland. In here, Frosty is feeling very lonely during his time at the North Pole, so the kids decide to make a wife for him called Crystal, but he also had to deal with Jack Frost, who was jealous of the man. The special brought back Jackie Vernon as the snowman himself and featured a new character named Crystal, Frosty's love interest and eventual wife, and featured Andy Griffith as the narrator. It also features a new look for the snowman, giving him a scarf. However, characters like Karen were absent in the sequel for some reason. A few years later, Frosty crossed over with Rudolph in Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July in 1979. In this one, Frosty, Rudolph, Crystal, and their two kids, Millie and Chili, must stop an evil warlock named Winterbolt from causing a major snowstorm in July, with the help of a circus. This was the first and only time that Frosty was seen in stop motion and features Millie and Chili into the family tree. This was also marked as the final time that Jackie Vernon would voice the snowman, as well as Rankin Bass's final time with the snowman. After 13 long years of waiting, Frosty made his grand return in Frosty Returns in 1992. The first Frosty special that Rankin Bass did not produce. Instead was Bill Melendez of Peanuts fame, which explains why it looks something out of Peanuts. In this special, Frosty meets a new girl called Holly, a very shy girl, while they also had to avoid the evil Mr. Twitchell, who plots to rid of Winter forever in town. The special features Jonathan Winters as the narrator, and Frosty is voiced by John Goodman, best known for Sully in Monsters, Inc. In 2005, Frosty made another grand return in The Legend of Frosty the Snowman, developed by Canadian studio Studio B Productions and distributed by Classic Media, who, fun fact, were the ones who acquired Rankin Bass Media. Centered on a town called Evergreen, a town with very strict rules and laws, Frosty comes in to try to cheer up the place and make it better. However, an evil principal called Pankley wants to control over the town. So now a boy named Tommy must help Frosty and save the town from the total control. Unlike the other specials, this one was actually more connected to the original special, though it does feature a whole new story and origin for Frosty, meaning that it completely gets rid of characters like Karen. It was narrated by Burt Reynolds, and Frosty is now voiced by Bill Fagerbakke of Patrick Star fame, which is a huge coincidence since Tom Kenny of SpongeBob fame voices the mayor, and Frosty looked quite closely to the original special with the hat and pipe, though everyone else had a style that looked off, to say the least. This would end up becoming Frosty's latest special ever, because after the release, there hasn't been really any news for a new Frosty special. Although back in 2020, a live-action Frosty film was announced with Jason Momoa as the Frostman, with Warner Brothers distributing the film. Sadly, nothing of the film has been announced, maybe because of the Warner Discovery bullcrap. In conclusion, Frosty is one of the most beloved characters in Christmas history, and while we may not get another Frosty special, the original is still considered by many to be a timeless Christmas classic that will always be cherished even to this day. However, even Frosty can't compete with the true snowman, Patrick the Snowman. Man, there are a lot of Patrick references in this special, aren't there? Tune in next time as we go back to the realm of video games and into outer space once again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you all next time.